Hey guys, Payne here once again. Welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. It's been confirmed by Louis van Gaal himself that Wayne Rooney will captain Manchester United for the upcoming season. Darren Fletcher will be the vice-captain, and I'm kind of surprised that Van Gaal didn't actually go for his fellow Dutchman in Robin van Persie to be captain. I'm happy with the selection, having Rooney as captain. I think he'll make a good captain. He's captained United many times in the past, and I think he's done a good job. So I think he'll just continue on with playing football. I think we're going to get the best out of Rooney this season. I think he's going to have the season of a lifetime. We saw enough in United's pre-season over in America. Rooney, I think it's noticeable that he has lost weight. It's almost as though he's a completely new player. He's got this fresh state of mind. He's just raring to go for the season, and that's great to see in a player. We've always known that Rooney is that type of guy that just wants to get down to business, play his football for the whole 90 minutes and be the best that he can possibly be. And I think with Van Gaal, he's going to be pushing him to his limits throughout the whole of this season. So season of a lifetime for Rooney, I think. That's my prediction for how Rooney's season's going to pan out. Also, Van Persie, another striker for United, that if he gets himself 100% fit and stays that way, again, being under the management of Van Gaal, it's just that extra incentive to play to the best of his ability. And I can see Van Persie bagging quite a few goals this season. Hey, maybe Van Persie will have the season of a lifetime as well, along with Rooney. That would be amazing to see, I think. And I can honestly see something like that happening. I mean, Van Persie, he's just recently turned 31. And with a striker in football, they normally hang up their boots around about 33 to 35, around about that mark. So maybe this is Van Persie's last chance to be the best that he can possibly be for Manchester United. So yeah, there's going to be quite a few United players walking onto that pitch week in, week out throughout this season, working their ass off. Not just because Van Gaal is manager, but because they may not have that long left in their playing career, whether it be 2 years, 3 years, it flies by. So it's going to be interesting to see, I think, with players like Rooney, Van Persie, Darren Fletcher just working their ass off. Now on to transfers. There's been quite a lot of speculation surrounding Manchester United and Argentinian centre-half Rojo. I forgot how you pronounce his name. I'm tempted to say Rojo with how it's spelled. Rojo just sounds wicked. But anyway, he's recently handed in his transfer request at Sporting Lisbon. And he's also announced to the media that he's very keen on making that switch to Old Trafford. Now Rojo, or Rojo, I'm sure I'm annoying some of you. It's probably pronounced differently to what I'm actually saying. But anyway, he was fantastic for Argentina in the World Cup. And I think Van Gaal recognised that. He watched a couple of the tapes and probably wants him in the team, wants to work alongside him. It would be strengthening our defence, but I'm not sure whether he would be a good signing for United. To be honest, I don't know too much about him. I think he was playing when I watched one of Argentina's games in the World Cup this past summer. But again, eyes weren't really on Rojo, but they were mainly on Messi and Di Maria. And speaking of Di Maria, I know I'm going off topic now, but Di Maria has become heavily linked with Manchester United over the past couple of days. Real Madrid, they played Seville in Cardiff in the UEFA Super Cup, and it's believed that there were some Manchester United representatives there to maybe speak to Di Maria or his agents, maybe to put together a deal or something like that. And there is a lot of speculation that if a deal does go through, that the sum could rise up to somewhere between 70 to 80 million, or maybe even more. And of course that would be a record signing for Manchester United. We've never spent that much on a player. I personally think it's outrageous, and we shouldn't do it. If you're going to spend 80 million, make sure that it's going to be a fantastic signing. I would love to see Ronaldo sign for that. 80 million, even though Ronaldo's at that time. I can see Ronaldo going on for many, many years. Maybe to the age of what Ryan Giggs was, because of just his fitness. You see him on that pitch. I mean, he's recently riddled with this knee injury, but I can still see him going on. You know, he'll get over that eventually, and he'll go on maybe until he's about 30. No, I would say reach his 40s, playing football, Ronaldo, definitely. And he'll still be playing at a top level in football. You know, he's a machine. He's just one of a kind, Ronaldo. So if United are planning on spending 80 million, make sure it's on someone like Ronaldo. I mean, I'm going so off topic here because 1 second I was on Rojo and then Di Maria, but this is transfer business. It's one thing to another, I suppose. But Fergie was also in Cardiff. I know Fergie is part of UEFA now. He's working alongside those, and he saw Ronaldo. But wouldn't it be great to think that Fergie was actually there to try and tempt Ronaldo to come to Old Trafford? Oh, it'd be brilliant. And what if, and this is a big what if this whole thing about Di Maria was a decoy and it turned out to be Ronaldo? How amazing would that be? I don't think I'd be able to stop myself from smiling for weeks on end if that happened. United fans would be buzzing. It would certainly give the team a massive boost for a title challenge this season. And I'm not sure if any of you guys have picked up on it, but when Ronaldo's been on the TV, whether he's just on the subs bench, or if he's playing a game, or if he's just a picture in the back of the paper, I think he kind of looks down and out, kind of sad. Whether it be because the Madrid fans are on such a high with Gareth Bale at the moment, I'm not sure, but have any of you guys picked up on this, with Ronaldo looking a bit sad? I mean, I've seen several pictures. And let's not forget that interview he had with MUTV back on the USA tour. You never know. That's what he said. You never know. It'd be fantastic though. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for transfer speculation with United in real life. I think Daley Blind is another player that could potentially be making the move before that transfer window shuts. That'd be a good signing. I'd like to see Blind. He performed well for Holland in the World Cup just gone. He's not a bad player. You know, he can play as a wing back. Can also play as a centre half as well. So he could play anywhere. What are you waiting for, Van Gaal? Sign him up. But we definitely need... I mean, Gary Neville the other day said that United are 2-3 signings away from seriously challenging for the title. Needs to be done. Sign 2-3 players, and I think we can seriously be considered as challengers for the title this season, definitely. So that's pretty much it for all that's happened with United in real life so far. We've got the game against Swansea Saturday lunchtime, so looking forward to that now. I mean, we've had a fantastic pre-season. United beat Valencia, 2-1 was the final score in the reunited game back at Old Trafford. It was good to see, you know, the lads back where they belong. And Fellaini was the guy that scored the winner. Now, I asked this question on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you can see the link in the description below. Go hit the follow button. But does Fellaini deserve a second chance at United? Or should Van Gaal just simply get rid of him anyway before the end of the transfer window? For those that don't follow me on Twitter, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be interested to hear your thoughts. So anyway, on to what's been happening with my United career on FIFA. You've been watching some of the highlights from some of the games. I mean, to kick off this episode, you saw that huge game against Arsenal in the Premier League. Ended 3-3. It was just intense. It was goal after goal there. And then we drew against Leicester. You know, I should be doing so much better against Leicester there. We should have won that game, but you know, I had some key players out due to lack of fitness. I mean, Van Persie didn't start. I had to bring back Daley Blind, who I wanted to sell. You know, I didn't really feel as though he fitted into this United team where I wanted to go with this career mode, with this team. But I had to bring him back anyway. Zaha started up front alongside Rooney. Didn't do too bad. He even got himself on the score sheet in the process. But really, we should be beating teams like Leicester. We did pick ourselves up though with a 4-0 win over Fulham. I did sim that game simply because I wanted to get onto this game against Inter Milan. If you guys remember a couple of episodes, the first game of the Champions League group stages this season was against Inter Milan at Old Trafford, and it was just one of those games, and I thought, you know, maybe we're going to get one of those games again, but this time away from home at the San Siro. And in a way it was kind of one of those games again. We did get some bad news in the second half. At the 50th minute, Vidal went down with a sprained knee, so he'll probably be out for 2, 3, maybe even a month. So that's kind of bad news, especially for our title hopes. But I think we can still hold out there and keep pushing forwards with this momentum that we're starting to gather. As you saw as well just a second ago, United did go 1-0 down in the first half, and I was fuming. I thought it was an absolutely disgraceful decision by the referee. No way was that a penalty. It shouldn't have been given. Matt Hummels had the ball first. and then the player just tumbled over Hummels in the box. But the ref, because this is FIFA, got screwed over again, and he decided to give the penalty. But in the second half, we had this wonderful set piece, corner taken by Rooney. The ball fell to the feet of Nani, who was hanging around just outside the box, and Nani just struck it. I just took a chance there. Manchester United found themselves back on level terms at the San Siro. What a finish it was. What a belter. Just brought it down. Great first touch. Good control. Kept his composure. Staying on top of the ball. His boot was like a feather, gracing the ball as it flew into the top right hand corner. I was hoping then that I could turn this one around in our favour and actually get into the lead, because don't forget, I was still holding on to that challenge of not losing a game in the group stages. Look at that as well there. Nani being pulled back by Jonathan. I mean, where's the ref in a situation like that? He should be given a free kick, or at least saying play on. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible officiating. Then in the 83rd minute, Van Persie almost broke through there as well. And again, but this time the ball hitting against the post. The keeper had that one covered. Valencia, though, eventually found Nani. And yes, I know it was a sweaty goal, but this was a win-at-all-costs situation, because I had that challenge in mind that I'd set myself to win all games in the group stage, and now I find myself with just 2 games, or I think maybe 1 more game to go until I've actually completed that. And with just minutes to go, it was the trinity of Juan Mata, Robin Van Persie and Wayne Rooney that linked up to extend Manchester United's lead to 2 goals, making it 3-1 at the San Siro. Don't stop us now, we're on a roll. It was brilliant to actually play this game. You know, in the first half I was kind of baiting Inter Milan to try and attack us, and they did get that first goal because of a penalty. But in the second half I kind of did the same, let them run down their fitness, whereas I kind of conserved mine. And in the late stages of the game we came away with a win. We just hit them on the break and they didn't know what was happening. They didn't know what had hit them. But anyway guys, that'll be the end of this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.